All right, welcome in everyone. Ready for another deep dive.
Let's do it. I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, today we're tackling a subject that's near and dear to everyone's heart, or at least everyone's wallet. We're talking about money habits.
Right, right.
Specifically, you sent over this article, 9 bad money habits that hold you back and how to break them. And it's like packed with practical advice, and we're going to go through each of these habits, dissect them, and give our listeners some real actionable strategies for a healthier, happier financial life.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this article really is like a treasure map to financial freedom, right? We're going to kind of go step by step and uncover why these habits are actually detrimental and, more importantly, give people like the tools to replace them with positive
That's
habits.
the goal. Okay, so the first habit, and this is the one that really jumped out at me right away, is paying yourself last. And the article, they mentioned this great concept from Rich Dad, Poor Dad, this book, where most people, their instinct is to pay their bills first. And then, indulge in some fun stuff, whatever that might be.
Yeah, yeah.
And then whatever's left over, that's for savings.
Yeah.
You know?
Mhm.
It's like you're rewarding yourself before you've done the work.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
It's kind of backwards, right?
Yeah. What if we flip the script on that one?
Well, that's where this pay yourself first principle comes in. Like, imagine just shifting your mindset to see saving as a non-negotiable expense, just like your rent or your utilities. And the article suggests that you should aim for like at least 10% of your income, right off the bat. And the cool thing is you can automate that now, right?
You can.
So it's like setting up your own personal financial autopilot.
Yeah. Just set it and forget it. Out of sight, out of mind, and your savings grow. You don't even have to think about it.
Yeah.
All right, the next habit, getting comfortable with bad debt. And oh boy, I think this is a trap that many of us, myself included, have fallen into. Credit cards, right, they're just so convenient.
Mm.
But then you see that average interest rate, something like 22% on a lot of them.
Mm.
And it's a stark reminder, like convenience comes at a cost. And the article, they really drive home the point that debt, especially for non-essential things, it can snowball.
Yeah.
And it can snowball really, really quickly.
It really can. I think it's not just about avoiding those impulse buys, those like treat yourself moments, but actually thinking about debt strategically.
Right.
Because there's this distinction the article makes between, good debt and bad debt.
Right.
So good debt might be something like, a student loan if you're getting a degree that's going to lead to a higher earning potential. But bad debt, that's racking up credit card charges for, I don't know, things you don't really need and can't really afford.
Makes sense. And even with those credit cards, it's all about how you use them. If you're paying them off in full each month, you're building credit, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But if you're just treating it like a free-for-all, well, that's where the trouble starts.
Yeah.
So shifting from buy now, pay later, right, that whole mentality, to save now, buy later.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. So moving on. This is a habit I think we've all experienced firsthand, lacking a financial buffer. Life throws curveballs, unexpected car repairs, medical bills, things like that. And it can feel like you're constantly putting out fires if you don't have a safety net.
Yeah. I think we've all been there, right? It's like that feeling of financial vulnerability, like you're always just one unexpected expense away from disaster. So the article stresses the importance of having like an emergency fund, a real safety net to cushion those unexpected blows.
Yeah. It's like a financial first aid kit.
Yeah.
You hope you never have to use it, but you're sure glad you have it when you do.
Exactly, exactly. And imagine having, that peace of mind, knowing you have a reserve to cover at least 6 months of your living expenses. And the article recommends working towards saving, about 10% of your income to build this fund. It's a really powerful step towards, towards that financial security.
And once you've got that safety net, you can start thinking about channeling some of those savings into investments that could potentially grow your wealth.
Right.
It's like, building a solid foundation before you start building the rest of the house.
Makes sense, yeah.
Speaking of foundations, the next habit, ignoring your income and expenses. That's like building a house on sand. It's so easy to fall into this trap of lifestyle inflation. As you earn more, you spend more, you get that raise, and suddenly you need a nicer car, a bigger house, all these things. And the article cautions against that. It emphasizes the importance of really tracking where your money is going.
Yeah, yeah. Knowledge is power, right? Especially when it comes to your finances. Like having a really clear picture of your income, your expenses, and your goals is crucial for making informed decisions. Budgeting doesn't have to be this restrictive, horrible thing.
No.
It's more like a roadmap. You can see where you are, where you're going. It just helps you reach your destination.
And it allows you to maybe enjoy some of those indulgent, expensive hobbies
Mhm.
without totally derailing your financial progress, right?
Right, right.
This habit made me think about my own spending habits. I mean, online shopping can be a real danger zone for me.
Oh, I know that feeling.
Yeah, but it's all about finding that sweet spot, enjoying life, but also making sure those hobbies align with your financial goals. And, the article suggests maybe there are more cost-effective ways to pursue your passions. Like maybe instead of that really expensive pottery class, you try a free online tutorial first.
Yeah, there you go.
See if you even like pottery.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay. Now, this next habit, solely focusing on savings. This one actually surprised me because I always thought, saving, that was like the holy grail of personal finance, just save, save, save. But the article points out that while saving is absolutely essential, it's only part of the equation.
Mm.
You also need to focus on growing your income.
It's true. I mean, it's almost like a two-pronged approach, right? You need to be saving diligently, absolutely, but you also need to be expanding your earning potential. Especially with inflation, saving alone might not be enough to actually reach your goals.
Yeah, so it's about exploring those avenues for income growth,
Mhm.
whether it's through investments, maybe starting a side hustle, or even just negotiating a higher salary at your current
Mhm.
job. It's about being proactive,
Yeah,
taking control of your financial future.
for sure.
And speaking of taking control, let's talk about taxes. Paying too much in taxes,
Hmm.
I think that's a phrase we can all relate to. It's often seen as, this unavoidable burden, but maybe there's more to it than meets the eye.
There is, absolutely. And the article encourages us to become like more tax savvy.
Well,
There are actually strategies we can implement to potentially reduce our tax burden. Like, for example, learning about tax advantaged accounts. That can make a huge
it's
difference.
like unlocking a secret level in a video game
Right.
where you get to keep more of your hard-earned coins.
Exactly.
Maybe it's time to talk to a financial advisor, and explore some of those options.
Yeah.
All right, so procrastination. It's not just about putting off chores or that big work project. It can rear its ugly head in our finances too. Waiting too long to invest, that's a habit that can really cost us in the long run. And the article warns that delaying investing means missing out on, they call it the magic of compound interest.
Right. It's this amazing thing. Imagine your money working for you, generating more money. That's the power of compound interest. And time is your greatest ally in the world of investing. The earlier you start, even if it's with small amounts, the more potential your investments have to grow.
It's like planting a tree, right? The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but the second best time is today.
That's a good one.
Okay. And finally, we come to a habit that's near and dear to my heart, neglecting financial education. The article really emphasizes that investing in our financial knowledge, it's so crucial for making informed decisions and reaching our goals. But it can feel overwhelming. Where do you even begin?
I get it. It can be a lot. But, a good starting point is really just identifying what your specific knowledge gaps are. Like, what are you actually struggling with? Are you interested in learning more about investing? Or maybe you just need help creating a budget that actually works for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And once you know what you need to learn, you can start exploring the many resources that are out there. There are books, podcasts, online courses, all kinds of things.
Yeah, absolutely. And remember, your financial journey is unique, right? There's no one-size-fits-all solution. But by actively investing in your financial education, you're taking control of your future.
You are. So there you have it, 9 bad money habits debunked. And in their place, we've got some actionable strategies for a brighter, hopefully a little bit richer financial future. What resonated with you the most today? What small step can you take today, right now, to start making a positive change?
It doesn't have to be big. Start small, be consistent, and never stop learning.
And as you continue on your financial journey, here's something to ponder. What are some simple, everyday habits that you can adopt to improve your financial well-being? Remember, small changes can often lead to big results. So, happy saving, happy investing, and happy learning.
Happy learning, yeah.
We'll see you next time.
See ya.